It's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. If you're new to the channel and don't know what this series is, I asked my Discord to send me their best sauces, and some of them are very disappointing. But we'll get to that later in the video. I'm gonna say this bit now too, but join my Discord linked in the description to be part of one of these videos in the future, or for future events. Now that that's out of the way, let's get right into it. The first submission is from Disturbed Halo 117 with the story A Gender-Bent Maiden and a Confession Under a Starry Sky. It's as it says. One day his dude is just chilling with his friend and then turns into a girl overnight. And no matter how hard she tries to play it off, she starts falling for her friend, and they end up doing it under a starry night. And it ends with them having a kid now at that same spot from before. It's going to be a 9 out of 10 from me. A pretty wholesome gender bender story overall. Next is 311546 from Benbot07. Don't let the cover confuse you, since the MC decided to confess to this girl, but the person who showed up was someone completely different. But she accepts his confession, and now they're going out, and she's nothing like the rumors he's heard, and he ends up being really happy about it. They go to her place and he apologizes for that mix-up from before, and she tells him to leave, but he stays and asks her out again, and they do it from there. It's really wholesome and really cute and all that. Next is 260604 from Egyptian, saying it's a nice bunny girl senpai sauce. And yeah, it kinda is, starting out similar to the actual story if the roles were reversed. Sakata disappears from the world since he dated Mai, and others wish he would have just disappeared, as told in this long-ass Futaba explanation page, and then they do it after some more long-ass explanations. And the only reason I remember this sauce is because this used to be my friend's profile picture, but it's a 7 out of 10 from me, simply because there's so much reading you have to do in order to understand it, and even then it's very confusing. Next is 117424 from Rips a Fairy Boy. It's an incest one, but titled Me Stepmom's Too Fucking Hot Mate, and the entire thing is translated into an Australian accent, but basically this guy's obsessed with his stepmom and gets caught going through her drawers, and they just do it there. I'd rate this an 8 out of 10 based solely because it's really funny with the translation. Next is 452497 from Emperor Nugget. Now I'm very skeptical about this one, but it's a tomboy who hypnotizes her friend and does it with him, and then he snaps out of his trance and is really upset about the whole situation because he liked her as well, but she said they were friends. It's not a very good read, like it's just meh. 6 out of 10. Next is 397112 from Sierra 3.2. It's an Azur Lane parody with a lot of characters from it, and there's not much else to say. Nothing really stands out, so it's a 7 out of 10. Next is North with 333585. It's yaoi and it has a femboy, so let's get into it. These two guys are walking with flowers, but see someone getting it in an alley and leave. This guy's analyzing what happened and runs home to lay in bed and ends up in heat, and they do it like what they saw before. It's pretty wholesome and all, and not much besides that. 8 out of 10. Next is Berserk with 459865. This one is really long, but it's literally just interspecies reviewers with elf minotaurs, wolf girls, the works. And since it's really long, I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but from what I saw, it's an 8 out of 10. Next is 470940 from Chicken Emoji Present Emoji. It's in Japanese, but it's a Sword Art Online parody featuring Sinon, who I can only assume gets jealous of Kirito and Asuna's relationship and just does it with some random guy. 6 out of 10 from me. Next is 327269 from Maxi Megami, who did my job for me. Two high schoolers try to find a ghost, and it seems like the guy got controlled, but he fights it off, and then some other things happened, and yeah. It's a really weird read, but also really funny. And it's got some good ass reaction faces and really good art too. 9.5 out of 10. Next is 391732 from Nokaya. It's like a one panel per page story, but some guy goes to an indie band concert, meets a girl there, they're compatible and go out together. And she has a really dark past, that being her ex would choke her, and she woke up with scratches on her neck, but now wants to take revenge. It's really wholesome though, the entire thing. It also reminds me a lot of that Bruised Classmate manga I talked about, so it's a 10 out of 10 from me. Next is 267581 from Shosh. It's short, but basically the main girl and guy go drinking and they end up doing it while drunk. It's a 9 out of 10, has such amazing art and is really cute. Next is 383892 from Asterisk. It's a prostitute Yuri sauce and follows that, but it's really wholesome as well, since the person hired ends up quitting to be with the other girl. And it's also similar to another sauce I reviewed from the same artist, 363967. Next up is 422367 from Ollie. It's by the absolute GOAT Yahiro Pochi, and it's a Right to Girlfriend parody, and also the 6th installment of a series. Chizuru and Kazuya go to a mixed bath and just do it there. That's the entire thing. That's it. 8 out of 10. Next is 2 from Chaotic Veteran, since they kind of tie into each other. It's about a really buff tomboy who, of course, has a bashful side. And the second one is about how she's anti-NTR and ends up pregnant at the end. Both are going to be a 9 out of 10 combined from me. And last, and hopefully least, we have 415446 from Lacquer. Unfortunately, it's an NTR sauce, and it sucks. I'm not even gonna lie, it's terrible. Not the art style or anything, just the story behind it. It's an okay read. The main thing carrying it is the art style, but it's such a sour note to end this video on. So instead, I have one final sauce for you. Found in my Discord as well from Penguine 465120. The entire gist of the sauce is that a girl is always wearing a mask and only really takes it off when she's comfortable, which is a bummer since she's kind of cute. But I won't give too much away, as I might want to go more in depth about this in a video later on. But for now, it's going to be a 9 out of 10. That's all from me though. I said this already in the beginning, but if you want to be part of future videos, join my Discord linked below. And that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. These hentai babes make me drool. Hasane Biku is great. She makes me masturbate. Fairy tale.